I'm playing with a boombox.
I should have done this way sooner. I want to show you the insides on the cargo spaces and what it looked like. And to do this, I had to unload so much stuff already. So it's on the sidewalk over there. This car has been cleaner since we bought it. But again, if I don't do this now, we're just going to load this thing up and it's not going to be free of anything until we get to our destination, which is Washington State. So let me show you a little bit of the inside and some of the cargo spaces. Steering wheel, here's our two left and right toggle buttons. The screen interfaces with these two buttons. You make a lot of changes using these two buttons on the screen. Here's the wireless charging area. You just set your phone down here. And here's the cargo space for a lot of things. We've already got so many things in this car. We basically transferred everything from our other car, so there's a lot. And we're moving cross country. What else? Here's what it looks like. Here's the roof. And then back here, let me show you the back. Here's the back seat area. So pretty good space. This actually is pretty roomy compared to, yeah, look at this leg room here. So it's pretty nice. You got air vents here, and then what is this? You got C USB plugs, so it doesn't use the old USB. It uses the new ones. It's pretty roomy. There's a look at the roof again. It's the entire length of the roof is glass. So let's take a look at the front area. So this is the front area. This is a little tow hitch that goes here if you need to be towed for some reason. Hopefully not, but it's pretty deep area. Not bad, but where the normal engine would be on an internal combustion engine vehicle, you have a space for cargo. You have a cargo space area. Let's close this. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a Filipino Tesla, and you'll see why in a minute. I unloaded everything I could from the front and everywhere else, but once I opened this up, I couldn't believe how much is in here, and I wasn't about to unload it. So you're not gonna be able to see an empty space, but you're gonna be able to see what it can hold. All right, like I said, it's been cleaner. You ready for this? Here we go. So this thing is pretty deep as well. My wife's got everything packed for the road trip with a little pancit bihon and a whole bunch of food. No matter what we need, she always has it. So this is our food, part of our food. We can try to cook while we're on the road. Here's a little deep cargo area, and this is the plug that came with the vehicle. And then back here, we got some other stuff. So when we get to our destination, it's gonna be a little while. I'll show you what it looks like emptying it when I clean it out. But again, we're already packing for this road trip because we're leaving today. That's it. Hopefully that was helpful for you. I'll do a more extensive review and kind of a walkthrough of our spaces here once I clean the car at our destination. But we're getting ready to pack up today. We're about to leave, and we're gonna do a cross-country trip and take you along with us. So thanks for joining us. So I'm pretty low on charge. I'm currently at 60 miles, and our first stop is gonna be off of I-10. It's only telling me to charge 30 minutes here. I don't know how far it's gonna take us, but really if you follow the GPS, it'll tell you where to stop first. So this is the first stop for 30 minutes. Then it tells us to go to Tifton, Georgia, and charge for 40 minutes. So I'm tempted to just go pretty much full here, but I'm wondering if I could just follow this. I might just follow it because this is what the car is supposed to do. It's literally a smart car. We just had fun with the sound effects called boombox on this car. We had some kids in their face where they were just so surprised and astonished. I don't want to record them because, you know, they're kids, and but it was so funny to see. We played an ice cream truck sound, we played a fart sound, and the old horn sound. They were just having a great time. So we'll show you that in a little bit, but here we go on a first leg of our trip to Atlanta, Georgia. All right, here we are, first stop. We've come to this Supercharger before. I'm gonna charge for a little bit now. Just take this and charge. Indicator, turn into blue to green. There you go. All right, so it's telling me to charge here for 30 minutes. Again, I'm at 30 miles, as you can see here, and we'll see how it takes us up. I'm still learning all this as well. Current session, as you can see here, is 0. I'm still using my free 1,000 miles of charging because I use a referral code from somebody else. When you purchase a vehicle with a referral code from another Tesla owner, both you and the person's referral code that you use get 1,000 free charging miles. So I have about 298 left of that 1,000. We've driven a lot in just over a week. So let's see what it looks like here in about a half an hour. All right, as I mentioned before, this one is at a Winn-Dixie. This is the second charger in Florida that we've been to. It's at a Winn-Dixie. Everything is done through your phone. You can actually adjust the AC unit from outside the car to keep it cool. You open the trunk, the frunk. Everything is done through your phone. So the charging that's connected to your phone and your account, as soon as you insert the charging plug into the vehicle, it starts deducting from 1,000 miles. Once 1,000 miles is done, it's then attached. It then starts deducting, or I should say, debiting or charging your charge card that is attached to your account. So once we're done with these miles, it's going to start charging us through our own credit card. All right, we're all finished. So we're going to disconnect here, and then watch this close. On its own. There we go. Ready to go. All right, here's the PPF my friend and I installed. You can see it right here. It's like a 1 foot roll, so just goes straight across, but it covers the entire bumper from this section all the way up to this section. And so that's nice as far as rock chips goes. And then I also covered the, you can't even see it here, but the hood from about this portion to right about there is in PPF. Like I said, my friend and I did it, and I think it came out well. So we'll get a lot of bugs, but they should come right off. That's it. Here off I-10, headed toward Atlanta. We're still in Florida. We got another one that pulled up. So here's ours, and here's another Model Y right next to us. So, well, the Tesla charging Supercharger is right across the street, but you still don't see too many of these here in Florida. So it's cool to run into another guy with he got the same setup as us. But we got tint, I guess, spoiler, that's the only difference, but really cool to see another Model Y owner. Coming up to our second charging stop here in Tifton, Georgia. So this thing did a pretty good job. I got 35 miles left, and it's gonna tell us to charge for 40 minutes. So it's basically gonna fill it up. In that 40 minutes, we're gonna eat some dinner. Shana Maui, how has the trip been so far? We're at our second stop.
The trip has been really good so far. It's been cozy with all the stuff around us, and we can kind of see each other.
All right, so our car is charging way down there at the Tesla supercharging station, and we are here. I'm gonna eat at Olive Garden while we wait. I'll probably come out. All right, so I'm coming up to our Tesla. Charging stations are empty right now. We're here in Tifton, Georgia. I'm gonna check the, man, look at that tint. It's a lot darker than I thought. I love it though. I love this tint. Got the Florida plates on it, so hopefully they won't bother us in Washington State. We even got the front windshield tinted. Not too obvious. It's a 70%. So anyway, let's check it out. Let's see where the charging's at. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit more, maybe a couple minutes. I'm gonna go eat some salad at Olive Garden. You usually want to charge only to 80%, but on road trips, it's closer. It's okay if you go closer to 90 or 100%. So I'm gonna let it go a little higher than usual because we're going to Atlanta. The map does a really good job of mapping it out, but again, range anxiety exists. It's like when you look at your cell phone and it's low, you have that anxiety. Well, imagine driving a car. You can't just pull over to any gas station. So range anxiety is what they call it. When the battery gets low, you get to, the battery turns yellow and then red, God forbid. So I'm gonna let it charge just a little bit more. Again, we're heading to Atlanta tonight. I don't want to have to stop to charge again if I don't have to. I'll stop and charge in the morning once we go to the hotel or check out. Oh, 300 now. And I forgot to mention, Florida plates also means you don't need a front plate, which is awesome. I don't like having front plate. Florida's where we claim as home, but also, so the benefit of that is no front plate. So let's check it out. I think it's ready to go. I'm gonna pull it out now. It's gonna close. We took a little detour. We're in Macon, Georgia. I'm just charging once again. I made a detour based on wanting to have enough energy or enough battery life so when we get to the hotel I can use Sentry mode. If I didn't stop, I would be at like 10% and it wasn't enough to use Sentry mode. If the battery is low, it will not use other features to conserve battery. So again, we're in Macon, Georgia. We're about an hour or so out of Atlanta. Just stopping is really late, like 11 o'clock. So nice lit area here in Macon, Georgia. All right, so we used up all our 1,000 miles free charging. Now, as you can see, we're starting to get charged here. Right there, bottom right. So, again, I don't know all the math yet, but we'll figure it out. From here on out, we've only gone one state over. We're gonna be charged for our charging at the Supercharger. All right, so I started at about 160 miles-wise. We're at 255, and you can see we're almost at $5 here. Oops, $5. So about $5 or so for 100 miles. Really late. We're really tired. It is 11:33. We're an hour and 15 minutes away from Atlanta. Alright, made it here to the Hilton in downtown Atlanta. I think it's the only Hilton. We've stayed here before, but I'm gonna unload this thing. So we gotta park downstairs. Parking is $32. It's a lot. So I'm gonna unload all this stuff. It's a hassle. Some people will be tempted to leave it in there. I'm definitely not. I don't wanna leave anything of our stuff in here just in case something happens. We're gonna do a quick tour of this room. It's not too big, and I got this huge cart of stuff behind me, so once I lay this out, it's not gonna look very nice. So let me do this real quick. Bathroom, pretty standard. Look at that nice backlit LED mirror, and then here's a standard tub and shower, toilet of course. Come in here, it's 2 queen-size beds. Let's see. Nice view of the Atlanta skyline, some of it anyways. And turning around this way, got a big screen TV, some drawers, nice mirror. Pretty standard room. Pretty standard room. Let's see what we got in here. And a closet. Hope you enjoyed that quick tour. It's about to get crowded in here now. Very quick tour. This thing's about 450 square foot. That's it. We're here in Atlanta at the Hilton. All right, it's 2 a.m. It's time to go to sleep. Long drive. We left a little bit late. We're gonna rest and stay in tomorrow. We only have about 3.5 hours. Well, you know, per regular map to get to Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow. It's gonna add a little bit more time to charge, but anyways, we'll see you in the morning. It's time to go to bed. All right, it is morning time. Actually, it's afternoon. We're so tired. Got in about 2, got to bed probably about 3. That was a long stretch. It's because we left late, but anyways, this is a shot of Atlanta. We're supposed to check out here in 15 minutes. We haven't started packing. We're heading towards Tennessee, which is 3.5 hours, you know, by normal internal combustion engine vehicle, but with our charge, it's about 4 hours and 19 minutes. So here we are, Atlanta, at the hotel. We're gonna pack up and get on the road again. Sentry mode is basically a camera that records anything that happens to the car when somebody gets within a certain distance. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to play that back. I put it in there last night. Hopefully nothing happened, but if anything did, we'll be able to see it. So I'm waiting for our kids. I'm gonna go downstairs, get the Model Y, and then start loading up. It's time to check out. I just showed you how much stuff we have, and believe it or not, we are gonna get it in there. When we got that much stuff, you gotta find a way to make it fit. My wife's really good at it, so I just carry, do the heavy lifting, and she'll do the little Tetris. But we're gonna get all this in, and then go to get some juice. We're gonna get some juice to, I don't know, wake up, revitalize, and then hit the road to Nashville, Tennessee. All right, guys, we're loaded up, ready to go. So here we are. We got a lot of stuff, as mentioned before. It's not pretty sometimes, but it works as long as everybody's comfortable. We got so many things because we're moving cross country, East Coast to West Coast. My wife always does a great job.
I love it. It's comfortable though.
Oh, obviously we're not trying to do this all the time, but like I mentioned, moving from one coast to the next, you gotta take everything as much as you can with us. We don't have a trailer, and we obviously don't have anything on the roof, so we're just cramming it in here. So let's go now. Next stop, gonna get some juice and then head towards Nashville, Tennessee. We're here at this market in Atlanta. I got a couple juices right here from this place, Rawsome Juice. They got a lot of food options. We are in a rush, kind of need to get to Tennessee, so I'm gonna grab a couple things for the kids, and we hit the road. We stopped the charge here in Marietta, Georgia. It's a charge before our next leg of the trip towards Nashville, Tennessee. But as you can see, so we're charging here. There's a space in between everybody. For the most part, once you get to a charging station, you need to make sure you're not on the same series or pair, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to get too technical with you guys, but they're all labeled like 1A and B, 2A and B, 3A and B. So you want to space it out evenly, because if you're on, say, 1A and B, then the charge slows down between the two vehicles. So that's why it's kind of evenly spaced. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Over there you can see another space. Hi, Shayna Mo.
Hi.
Yeah, like I mentioned, that's why everybody's spaced out, so we can all get our own separate charge. When it starts getting more and more crowded, the only thing you can do if you're the new car coming in is to just pick one, because you don't know who's been here the longest. So you could ultimately pick the person that just got there, and you end up slowing their charge down. But you know, we try to communicate. So far, we haven't run into any issues besides Orlando, which really wasn't an issue, but there's just a lot of people charging, so it was all taken up, and everyone was slowed down because of that. So as you can see, we got this car here was here first, then we were there, which is the third car, and other people started pulling in. You can see there's somebody that pulled in right next to somebody else, which is, I mean, I would have said something, because when they park next to somebody, it slows them down, but there's an empty space right here. So this one first is like 1A, 1B, like 2A, 2B, and so on and so forth. So that's why there's spaces in between everybody except the one over there who just pull in right next to the person next to them. It slows their charge down. Maybe both of them don't realize it, but anyway, something to keep in mind. It's always nice to come to an empty charger, but when it's not empty, it's also good to know how to respect everybody else. All right, so here's the glass right now. Today is a warm day, and this thing is really hot. Let me see. Ah! Hey! We're gonna try and use this shade that I bought off Amazon. I bought this off Amazon too. This whole car I bought off Amazon. It's really hot, and eventually my wife brought up a good idea. We're gonna cook an egg on it. But for now, let's see if this thing works, because it's actually letting in and radiating a lot of heat in here. All right, we're all charged, and the glass roof, a beautiful thing, but it was getting really hot already. We haven't even really started our trip. So we put up this shade, and it made a world of difference. It was not easy putting it up. I'm not sure if we even have it up correctly. There's some magnets it came with, but we use these plastic pieces, and hopefully they stay. But it already cooled off, because that glass was radiating heat like no other. On a nice day, on a overcast day like yesterday, it was great. On a hot day like today, and we're gonna be driving through places like Utah, we gotta get this thing figured out. So we're good. This place is totally filled right now with other cars, so we charged just in time. Ready to go to Nashville right now. Made it to Manchester, Tennessee, charging for about 15 minutes based on the GPS. So we're trying to make it to Nashville by 7 o'clock for church. Very excited to attend this church. We've been watching from afar for a very long time, but yeah, here's what it looks like. So praise God. The one thing I wanted to make sure was I hope we got to a charging station or supercharger that didn't have anybody, because it can, you know, maximize the speed. And sure enough, there's only one other car right now. It recalculated, because originally it was gonna take us to Chattanooga, and it's right about traffic hour. So I honestly think Chattanooga would have had a lot more people. This is in the middle of Chattanooga and Nashville. So again, only one other car. We just need to charge for 15 minutes, and we're back on the road straight to Nashville. in Nashville getting some hot chicken. You gotta get some hot chicken in Nashville. We're hungry, so we stopped here. I hope you enjoyed that video. We would love to come to Nashville. Nashville is like so crowded right now, so much going on. But again, we need some hot chicken. You're gonna enjoy this video.